What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Anti-Hero Association. It's been a little while since we did a video. I was just at the semi-annual coin show, one of the big ones. Wanted to give updates to a couple of my friends and thought, hey, why don't we just drop a quick video? I got a little not so good at editing past videos and that, and I tend to ramble on a little bit, but thought I'd just give an update, try to do this a little quicker. But I came in here with a $300 budget. Now that we're just gonna say roughly 300, but I was potentially making some purchases for a couple other folks, and I also like to keep a little extra money in the pocket in case I want to buy some storage or something like that, but we're not strict to 300. I had not made any purchases in a little bit. So come in and I just, there's a couple that I always like to give some business to. They've helped me out in the past, whether it's looking for other types of looking for specific dates or taking a look at things. So I always like to give them a little business. They don't always have exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not a huge fan of the AppMex branded, but I realized I was looking to complete a couple goals before we got in here and decided on getting a couple bars. So that ran about $35. That's just gonna also add here too that silver spot was right at 33 even when we started today. And I did run through finebullionprices.com. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do like taking a cursory look, and I kind of use that as a gauge. So I'm not going to write all these down, but I did see bars going in the $34.50 range to $35. I'll kind of compare a couple of those, but that was on track with what I can get online, and I always like to see how close is it when we go in person. So we're at $35. Made my way, bumped into a friend. He said he was having some trouble finding maples. That was one of my big targets. And I did see a guy with a fresh tube. Ended up, these were $36 a piece. So that was looking at $72 total. I was kind of thinking of, let me just fumble around here. We'll keep them in the case. Got the king on them. I don't have any maples with the king on them yet. But that did take us to 72, or another, add 72 on there. We did, that was right on par with 2025 maples on fine bullion prices. You might be able to find a little cheaper if you don't care about the year. Then was drifting around, and I was trying to make a purchase, pick up a couple Libertads for my brother-in-law. I was talking to a vendor that actually was putting the show on, and the price just wasn't quite right. I wasn't trying to talk him down or anything. I had actually just mistakenly, I did not see that it was the older style of Libertads that I was asking for anyway. The guy did offer to go down on his Libertads a couple bucks a piece. I think $3 a piece. And I didn't end up going with them, but I did want to, I did appreciate the gesture, and he did have some really a wider range of older currency, but I'm looking to pick up 2 more $5 silver certificates to fill out a page in my book. This one did look to be miscut. It was just $12. Looked really cool. So did pick that up for $12. I'm not really a bill guy, and I did have to carry this around like an idiot the rest of the show because I did not have a proper storage planned for that, but live and learn. So I did have another goal to pick up some 1986 Eagles. Some places they'll just toss out like $80 or more. It is the first year, one of the key dates, and so I was looking around. I did get there were some very nice condition ones for $70. Ended up looking at a couple, not so perfect ones, but this one had nicks, has some nicks on there. However, it was in better condition than the one they had for 58, and I actually just completed a goal with this one, so I am pretty excited about that, actually. But it was $50. It's gonna go perfectly for what I need it. So, and that is, I think, bargain basement for an 86 Eagle without a ton of toning and or tarnishing, things like that. I was pretty happy to get that. So we're not going to do the running total. You don't want to see me do math. Now, was floating around. I did see, I met a couple people who I think would be great contacts, people that go to another monthly show regularly. I wanted to give them a little love, forge a potential, relationship with. And they did have some bars in there that were about $36. So that's a little more, or that's just a buck more than the last bar, but right on par. And I need to research this one a little more, but I ended up with this silver bullion equity bar for $36. Sometimes the serial number is kind of cool to have. Nothing flashy, but it is old school, and it does fit a mini gold that I had. So got the bullion equity bar at $36, and then it wasn't necessarily what I was targeting. I really wanted to run back and grab more of these maples. They're just one of my favorite coins. Stunning. Everyone has their own opinions on the backside. However, this gentleman had Buffalo silver rounds at spot. One of these is a little tarnished in here. Yeah, there it is. But, I didn't really see that, but it's not a huge deal with Buffaloes, and I'm always trying to I'm always trying to add to a tube of silver rounds. So the price was right at spot, which still definitely beats what the we had on fine bullion prices. And again, this is not a reference to this is not a knock on fine bullion prices. If I'm buying online, that is the key that I use, but it is a great resource just to see how close you are. Sometimes you're going to buy something at a show, it's not going to beat that, but you get to take possession immediately, and maybe there is a better deal. In fact, for the Libertads that my brother-in-law was looking for, he'll be able to get them for a little cheaper, going through a place on finebullionprices.com. So just use it as a guide. Now, that came to, actually, I made a mistake. That's 33 times 3. So that's, hopefully none of my former math teachers are watching, but that's 99 there. So we'll take care of that with the order of operations. That did leave me. Now, I was making some other purchases. We're not going to include that in the math, but I picked up a 2025 Eagle. I had another money clip there. I accidentally grabbed from that. I was flipping things back and forth, so I thought I had $6 left. Pulled out another buck and ended with this gold back. I have one from Wyoming. I thought some of the designs were pretty cool, and I like to, if I visited somewhere, it's kind of cool, and hey, it is gold. But this was from the same guy I got the maples from, and I was really tempted to pick up some more maples. But, I wanted to stick to my budget. I thought I only went $1 over. Now, when you actually do this math, when I got home, I ended at $311. So I did blow my budget, but that's why we added the squiggly there. Had a lot of fun, really enjoy the coin shows, and what I was really excited to do as well, I set a few smaller goals really a while back, and one of those was to fill this tube of silver bars. So these are my 19th and 20th silver bars. We will be able to fill that up and close that, put that into storage, take out a couple times, and then really one of my first purchases getting in here was a half a tube. I split a tube with my buddy Warrior Wisdom here, and he's got the other half. I tried to get them back from him, but decided to just fill my own with 86 Eagles, and this was my 20th. So this is going to fill that tube as well. So then I can get to working on my maple tube and replenish some of my buffalo rounds. So had a great time at the coin show. I was trying to keep this video kind of quick. Just remember, this is not financial advice. This is not when you go to a coin show, when you're working on your stacking journey, you should be looking at what all the different kinds of silver and gold there are, things that pique your interest. For me, I like tubes, I like liquidity, I like things that are cheap relative to, you know, these are the same amount of silver, but this was $3 less. So I tend to diversify in what I'm purchasing, or diversify within one of my diversification streams. But we're gonna not give the really long goodbye here. So have you how did I do at this coin show? Is there anything else you'd like to see me talk about here? And any general good finds you've had at a show, drop them in the comments. Please do all those YouTube things: like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll try to get you back with another video a little sooner than last time. So thanks again. This was the Anti-Hero Association. Bye.